So, I'm hoping we didn't jinx this. I'm hoping he's not going to just be walking through and easily getting these W's. And I'm thinking as well, these orcs are coming in very well prepared.
Hopefully. Soen wasn't prepared for what Happy was cooking. The early games were incredibly decisive and rather new. The creep routes undetectable for Soen. The movement on the map. Happy twisted some moments here, and Soen wasn't ready for that. Focus has to have done his homework. Like, the game tape for Happy is out there. He brought new approaches. Soen wasn't ready, but Focus has the game tape, and Focus is a hard learner, or a hard learner. No, is a hard worker. Studies more than most, I would say, and putting in more effort. He had 2 days time as well. Show me what you got, Focus.
Early on, we're going to have the creep routes now being displayed. Good scouting for the Undead. There's a clear scouting advantage for the Undead early game. He has the Acolyte. He also has Skellies, many units on the map. This tech rush for Orc can be pretty strong for fast tier 3, possibly fast triple hero and Wyvern and all that. Of course, we know that. But it's very limited early. You literally just have a single Blade Master on the map. You need to have mastered this hero. You need to know where to go, what to check for, and what risks to take as well, and which not. I feel like with a Blade Master, especially when you're playing this, you know, without units, a little bit from behind, you can't play it super safe. There are some risks you have to take, and you have to be smart about which ones it is.
Happy's moving around the map. First little green camp taken. Items are looking good. In the previous encounters, there was a rule in the early game: if DK reaches level 3, GG. If DK reaches only level 2 or stays at 1, then Focus has a really good... What the hell? He's creeping the Makrura next to Focus's base? That's ambitious, Happy.
And it's a good last hit here by the Blade Master. Comes in, gets a little bit more experience. Maybe a bit fortunate for Focus. There were 2 ghouls reinforcing from the main base. Those showed the Blade where the DK was going. Indeed, that is now the Makrura. Stealing the item here would be great. Even if it doesn't get the last hit, the item itself also very valuable.
So far, Focus looking pretty sharp. Is it the last hit here? He got... I don't even know, man. F9, where is it? Happy got it. And the item as well, eh? Or was it the ring?
Yeah, if he doesn't come out of Windwalk, no way to get that last hit, so Happy got that one. Didn't have inventory space. He was fully slotted already, so it was awkward to try to steal the item. So Happy got everything here, picked up the gloves, and is moving on from camp to camp. This is pretty standard, pretty textbook. Anna is just trying to creep up, get that level 3, and the Blade alone has to try to stop.
Oh, he's right there. Now we got the backstab. That's level 2 for the Blade Master. Level 3 prevented for Happy. Nice little steal. Important little steal. We know how disruptive Happy is with Coil level 2 early on. Not unlocked here. Shadowhunter's coming. Wyvern are coming. Happy still taken to tier 2. No reinforcements with the Lich just yet. And I would say this is an early game win for Focus compared to the winner bracket quarterfinal versus Soen.
Yeah, not too bad. Certainly better than Soen. I would say this is pretty much a wash. Focus got something done. Happy, though, also almost level 3. He's going to get it here. I, and also others, sometimes criticized Happy's early game creep routes. I feel like oftentimes those were not too well developed. I love this one, though. He was scouting with the Acolyte, knew what the Blade was doing, played it safe, went for the green into enemy Makrura. And that means there's almost no chances left for the Blade Master to get Claws of Attack, unless he gets lucky with a big Claws +8.
Bärenmarke Schokomilch, danke für den Sub. What a nice nickname, my dude. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Focus also turning his attention to the laboratory. Big inventory, a big consumable here as well. Invo potion up. Happy trying to snipe for it, but he's a little bit too late. It was all careful. Blade reveal. Oh no, both hurt. Speed scroll. At the moment, no coil that was used already. Nice disengage for Focus. This was a risk. It was a gamble, but he's not getting punished.
Yeah, only costs him a speed scroll here, so really not the end of the world. Picked up some decent items early on, +5 all stats on the Blade Master. Those help. Those are good, but you would love to get some more. More and more Wyvern are on the way. Soon Focus is going to have to make the decision if he wants to add a TC or not.
Big mana potion for Happy, obviously. When he creeps a big consumable spot, he always gets this. Inventory is looking damn nice with the claws, with the gloves. The damage is through the roof. Can Focus creep up a storm here now? He needs it, but Happy moving towards the north, trying to find his opponent. Where are you? What are you doing? Checking creep spot after creep spot. Can't find Focus though. So again, map movement by Focus so much better than Soen was.
Yeah, Happy clearly was looking for the opponent, doesn't find him. If he was eager to go for a fight, I feel like one of negation could have been really good. 1-0, for example. We saw him utilize this a lot lately, right? But Happy isn't doing it. It seems like Happy is trying to save as much gold as he can. How many items did he buy? 1, until a moment ago. Now it's 2 with the Invul Potion. It was just 1 rod and 1 Invuln. And that's it. No second rod, no one of negation. Saving as much gold as he can to get out these units as quickly as possible.
Not even a circle on the DK. Happy's DKs always have a circle. Can we check him PC if that's really the Emperor? We'll see. We got an orb up for Focus, and now we're going on a hunt. He's going like with 0 innovation really in terms of heroes and army. It's the classic 4 Wyvern into 2 bats, and that's the early army composition. And I like that so far. Back to the roots. We have game 1 here. No big risks. Let's dip our toes into the water. Feel the temperature. Can I outfight Happy in the late game with strong orc heroes?
Happy picks up the orb, almost ready now to fight with just the 3rd hero missing. Just sold the Ring of Regen and keeps the slippers. If now he goes Alchemist, that would make 0 sense. For him, it would be the other way around, where items are good. So this is looking like a Dark Ranger so far. Not normally that good against Wyvern, but there she is. Can still silence the DK. Is getting hexed and focused immediately. Bats also connecting well against the Gargoyles. They're immediately taken out.
Not willing to commit too much. Satisfied with the damage that he's done. DK down to 50%. Coils drained. There is, of course, a lot of mana that Happy can use. Lich not level 3 just yet. Dark Ranger with the silence was a little bit too late to prevent that hex. Bats gone. Focus pulling back for new bat reinforcements. And a little bit of creeping. It might be a little bit of a mistake that we don't have critical strike level 2 here. I'm still missing a little bit of Orc Punch.
Yeah, and he's not really too close to it either. Shadowhunter now close to 3. That's going to be a big level up, of course. Happy's anti-air is looking minimal right here. We have more Gargs on the way. He could also pivot into Fiends, but Happy's been preferring the Gargs most of the time, it seems, against this guy.
Damn, we got a creep check coming up here. Blade scouts it perfectly. Lich level 3, wonderful timing for Happy. Do we have anything to engage into this fight? Not really. I don't know if Happy saw it somewhere, but pulling back into the green spot and not taking the red spot might have been life-saving. Bats connecting to the Gargs as well. This is not gonna be too easy for Happy.
Destroy might be going down quickly, but the coil is there to save. Look at the Wyvern, all flying away, being afraid of the nuke. But the Lich actually now is out of mana. There's a heal scroll on the Shadowhunter. Why did he back off? Couldn't you have stayed in there? Pop the heal scroll, go for a kill, get level 3, next heal wave. I think Focus backed off here too early.
He didn't want to fight without level 3 Shadowhunter. Gets it now with the Hydra. Level 2 heal wave coming in, and this is the fight you want to take with that red spot. Always this position between the two for 2 years straight. Very, very decisive. We do have bats, but we don't use the Shadowhunter. Surrounded. Oh, Happy nukes the SH, the healer, out of his shoes. Focus was fighting so hard to get that hero up to level 3, and now it's gone.
Happy always finds that opening, doesn't he? Focus was doing really well here, blowing up the Gargs all the time. He had clear air superiority, but the ground belonged to Happy. In a second or two, he closes that surround. The Shadowhunter, he was given the Invul Potion, but didn't quite use it in time. Just a tiny bit too slow there. Otherwise, this could have been Focus's fight, maybe. But now, it's even at best.
We have to say, Focus had 2 big consumables here. Health Stone and Invul Potion. The big Invul Potion. He maybe could have saved that Shadowhunter if he wanted to, but it was very hectic. That surround came out of nowhere. Focus maybe, the attention was somewhere else. The air units maybe on the Blade Master maybe. But then Happy is just so goddamn fast. Overwhelms his opponent in the fight, but it's not over yet.
Yeah, air superiority is still looking good for Focus. If he can control the Lich's mana, What gave Happy a chance there was the big mana potion. If the Lich runs out of mana and there's no Novas left, Focus could still win this fight. He still has those consumables as well. So we're a little low on mana right now.
Both pretty conservative when it comes to army fights. We go for the Wyvern. Destroyer gone. Blade needs the Health Stone in a second or a heal wave. Don't be too greedy, Focus. Got that one, and he takes out the statues as well. Wyvern chasing out of the fight. Maybe necessary here for one Destroyer chasing so far. Not sure if necessary.
With one bat, that should be enough to get that kill.
Justify it! Justify it!
I guess he was looking somewhere else. He was in range for a moment, but now I guess he's not anymore. Oh, all right, Destroyer save.
Sick save. Now the bat has to disengage, of course. We have to say, though, this is a rather weak army for Happy. It's only ghouls on the ground. They don't do that much. One Destroyer, one Garg, one Statue. Focus's army composition seems to be superior at the moment. And now, Blade Master level 4 after this spot, this crit level 2. And this is usually where all hell breaks loose.
Yeah, certainly a big damage upgrade. However, this is not a crazy Blade Master. It's only plus 10. We're in the late game. We're on tier 3. We're used to seeing much better Blade Masters than this. Happy's early game creeping to take all claws away have paid off. But Focus could still go for a Kodo. That would be a huge upgrade. But so far, it's only been Wyvern. However, we got 4 supply available. Could perfectly fit that Kodo. Or he could go for a tiny Great Hall, but that would be very, very greedy.
He was floating 600 gold. I wonder if that was the plan. But he's thinking about it again now. Bigger army, better army. He seems to be pretty high on bats. Some of them are getting nuked all the time. So having a backup is not too bad. You want to take out the Destroyer as fast as possible, and the Gargs, of course, as well. But we've also seen in some of the fights, some bats rather useless when there was no air. So very, very tight walk that he has to go for. Backstab into crit. Statue gone.
It was a 126 crit. That was really low. Must have been a low roll. Hopefully the other ones are going to be higher for Focus's sake. Now attempting to lock in that creep jag. Here we go. Blade Master coming in. Big Nova right away on those bats. And Wyvern, everything clumped up. Could have been spread maybe a little bit better. Coil on the Destroyer. Might still go down. Gets away on almost no hit points. Nice save there by Happy, forcing again away the air units. This creep jag is not as good as he was hoping. And the shade gave vision. Blade Master almost falling. Focus thinking about re-engaging with the supply still very even.
3 Invo Potions on Happy, by the way. He knows this game will be decided by Hero Focus one way or another. Bat comes in, taking care of 2 HP or whatever that was. Wyvern are falling. Happy is not focusing really on the bats. He just simply ignores them. Goes for the heroes, goes for the Wyvern, takes the damage away. Smart approach. Focus has to rebuild Wyvern. They're very fragile.
Coming back in, hoping for a purge here on the Statue. Focus so far taking good fight. That bat also connects. Didn't get nuked this time. Statue gonna go down as well. If Focus gets out here clean, this was a great exchange for him.
Looking good, looking good. Focus fighting 2 levels above what we've seen from Soin just 2 days ago. Is he overstretching this maybe a little bit? Mana is low. We do have the big invuln. Going for the Lich doesn't work. Invuln necessary. Wyvern in. Damage increases. All for the Statue. But how do you get out now?
Wyvern is going to be picked off. Happy has to invest a coil for it. Gargoyle again in the air, giving the vision as well. Happy's mana is super low. He lost so many statues here. There's no easy region for Happy at the moment. Has to remake those statues, and he is doing just that.
Really interesting match between the two here on game 1. Both Orc heroes level 5. Undead heroes are getting better and better and better. They should, of course, be lower as there are 3 heroes compared to 2. But Happy is ahead in almost all regards. Getting Dark Ranger level 3. But as you said, only Statue now. And the mana region is what Happy needs. Focus, switching it up a little bit. 1 Raider for control. Feels like he has the time for this little tech switch where 1 Beastery is busy with the upgrade. It's quite a long time, actually. But I think he has that time. I think it is a smart decision.
Yeah, Focus is playing a really, really good first map here, by the way. The early game wasn't perfect, I would say, but he's playing good. He's making sure to trade well. The last couple of minutes were favoring him. I am pretty impressed so far with what he's doing. And yeah, the Raiders are interesting. Normally, you don't want to go Raiders until the late game when you have all the damage from the heroes necessary, because of course the Raiders give basically 0 damage. But you want to have that lockdown. And mainly, Orcs try to start playing Raiders when they want to go hero killing. Because you can still kill ghouls without Raiders. You don't need Raiders to kill Gargs either. Maybe statues, but mainly it's about hero kills usually.
We get 3 armor upgrades by Happy now. This means the time for bats is also over. Raiders to lock down Gargs and take them away from Wyvern to keep the air superiority despite the inefficiency of bats. Because you really need a lot of bats to make this work. Happy has perfect vision of what his opponent is doing. Shade out and Expo coming up.
That seems like an unusual play for Happy, just going for the expansion, just camping here. Normally, if the Blade sees this, he says, okay, we're expanding. Great, I'm going to buy a tiny. My Expo is done way earlier than yours is. But right now, the Blade actually, he knows there's shades here. Did he even see it yet? I guess now he did. That should have been close enough. And yeah, the tiny's already there. Normally, Undead prefers to play in lower supply. Between 40 to 60, somewhere there is the Undead sweet spot. If we get to 70, or maybe even more, that's when Wyvern get insane, where everything dies in one hit. So the longer this goes, the better it might be for focus. But then again, we have 3 heroes versus 2. Another thing to consider.
Yeah, we have so many defend upgrades. Not too sure we go hard into Raiders now. That's 4 Raiders. Questionable, maybe, if that isn't too much when you need the damage output. Happy almost played X-Lord-esque here for 2 minutes, waiting for the Expo to be up. And, oh, Happy with the illusions once again, but Focus saw this.
Blade in the back, nice play right here. Locking in the purges, forcing the Undead back, buying just a little bit more time for ideally a bit more production. This is Tiny Great Hall has not paid off yet. It is a 600 gold hole in the ground if this attack, or this defense rather, doesn't work out.
Every single hero has an Invo Potion, Remo. I don't know if I've ever seen that in 2026. This will be about the heroes who does it better. Nova instantly, no damage uptime. Garg still reigning supreme. For now, if he can deal with the illusions, that would be nice, but I still think he's too heavy on Raiders. How can you brute force this army when he's just coil Novaing away? Usually the Raiders are supposed to prevent that. But yeah, that engagement, too costly. Happy sees one flaw in the positioning, in the timing. Ripped ahead of GG.
Yeah, it was just a mistake in the positioning, also in the macro. The late game Raiders, you were questioning them for good reason. They did nothing there. Absolutely nothing in that fight. You ensnare a ghoul, you ensnare a Garg. That doesn't matter at all. It's all about the heroes in the endgame. Now, it's a different story. We got lots and lots of creep camps here. And mirror image grunt build. Hello.
Oh, damn. You know what? I kind of like this for creeping, of course. And you touched on it on map 1. There's barely any scouting opportunities for Orcs in the early game. With mirror image, of course, that changes. Mirror image, insane in the late game. It's probably one of the best things you can have on a Blade Master if you just multiply him. Oh, don't give the last hit to Happy, though. It's just you are so fragile in the early stages. And Azoan lost these games in the early stages. I wonder if Focus refined this, man. I'm very excited for this build, though.
Yeah, we sometimes see it every now and then in this matchup. It's still pretty rare. Can be insane, for example, late game against Curse. Dispel that. That's pretty sick. Early game for scouting, also really good. And most importantly, the main reason Orcs pick this is to have a faster tech with Grunt. You can spare the shop for a long time. You can tech without shop, when normally you always need shop early with the Blade Master to heal up. But now the mirror images are tanking, so creeping progresses. But creeping, honestly, is a bit slowed down because that Acolyte pull messed heavily with the first creep. That Turtle creep was slowed down so much because of that little pull.
Good thing also about the mirror image build, every item is good because armor scales onto the mirror images, HP scales onto the mirror images. If they're tanky, they do more damage eventually in the longer fights, in the bigger fights. Very, very obnoxious at some point. This might also force Happy into more Dispel. as you can dispel the mirror images, of course. But will you be buying all the Wands of Negation? Will you go heavier into Destroyers? Is this maybe something... Oh, body block. Hello. Is this maybe something that throws Happy off his game? Because the more often you play strategy versus Happy, the more perfect he plays against it. Mirror image on top orc levels, very underrepresented.
Yeah, absolutely. And Happy normally is a big fan of Destroyers, so I imagine he is not going to be too upset with having to make maybe 1 or 2 more. Happy's Destroyer micro is also kind of legendary. Yeah, very curious to see how this is going to go. So the most standard way you could play this as Orc is 3 Grunts into Tier 3, Triple Hero, Headhunters, and maybe some Wyvern later on. And maybe super late game, always going TC second. Hold on!
Ooh,
wait, is this the resurfacing Tier 2 expansion build?
Oh, snap. I mean, this is kind of an invite here with the weaker neighboring position, but dude, the read on Happy is also quite right crazy. He's right there, but he's right there with only a level 1 coil.
How's the timing? Oh, it's not perfect. The camp wasn't started yet. So, Happy there maybe arriving just a tiny bit too fast. But he knows exactly what's going on. We have seen this build before. It was a couple of weeks ago. I was blown away by this build. The idea is the Blade and the Grunts kill everything on the ground with high-level TC Stomp. The Ghouls get dealt with. The Blade Master right-clicks. The Grunts as well. Everything's on A-click. And then in the air, you have Wyvern to deal with Destroyers.
Okay. We'll see, we'll see, we'll see. Double Beastery as you suggest. Grunts, of course, sturdy. It's not too many ghouls on the field, is it? It's a lot of them in the base for lots of lumber. Otherwise, Grunts can always be surrounded, especially in the crafty hands of Happy. And then 200 gold gone. Again, Focus is looking for some creep spots, man, but he's also a bit afraid. TC is coming in, but the power spike is not as high as it would be with the Shadowhunter.
Yeah, and you need to get this expo up. Tier 2 versus Tier 3 has a limited shelf life. You cannot hope to be competitive later on with the tech disadvantage in this matchup unless you have the expansion. Happy's, of course, doing this extremely well. The scouting, the countering, the way he is stealing the last hit as well, and most importantly, stopping the expansion for such a long time. Tier 3 is not far away for him anymore.
I agree. And I think there should be more pressure on the DK. This is too easy. You got 3 Grunts, you got the TC, you got the mirror images and Blade. Something has to chip away HP from the DK, even though there is Unholy Aura and you regen a little bit passively with Unholy Aura. That was a bit too easy and the levels aren't great. Happy can read this that the red spot is time now, but this bought like, what, 2 minutes?
Yeah, this was phenomenal. And honestly, he couldn't do anything. He had no catch, there was no hex, there was no ensnare. Happy knew he could be free to move the way he wanted to perfectly for that amount of time and play the expansion. Had the perfect game understanding, and Happy backs away exactly when the Raiders arrive. This is amazing counterplay by Happy right here.
I like the transition into Wyvern. You will need the Wyvern. Also game sense by Happy to still go into Gargs if that Wait, did it not finish? It was a Garg in production. It was at 99%. Maybe Focus is fooling Happy here because Wyvern are coming and the Garg isn't here. There's currently no anti-air outside the Lich.
Happy now on Tier 3. Here come the feared upgrades. Frenzy and Destroyer form. Okay, here we go. Gonna pick up that orb. And we'll see if he's gonna go for a third hero. Normally, Dark Ranger, good idea against the TC, who's supposed to be level 3 at this point, you know? He's supposed to be solo creeping, get the expo up early, hit those level ups. This was all disrupted by Happy Strong play earlier on.
Still, Focus will scale like crazy with the mirror images at some point. Question is, can he reach that point? Expo takes forever. Happy coming in with the push. 9 minute 30. You know it. Frenzy, Destroyer, just as it was against Night Elf. This is the case always with this build. It's rather simple. We got the Dark Ranger. She's amazing against that TC who has an invul, can break out of the silence for now. It is a lot of ghouls, but it's also some Wyvern. I think that's a little bit of a surprise for Happy.
Oh, Miss Rally. That Wyvern goes down. He's going to go in here with only level 2 CC. He would love to be level 3, but wasn't able to get it. So many ghouls here as well, by the way. We need those stomps. Now the silence is off and the stomp is in. But it's a lot of losses already for Focus here.
And of course the Blade Master has no orb because he is still on tier 2. I love the Wyvern position over the trees. It's really hard to get to them right now with the Destroyer. Careful with the Blade Master now. He doesn't have Windwalk. Let's not forget about that. It is Mirror Image. Focus needs a TP soon, but that's now floodgates open for this Expo.
Destroyers reign supreme. Not enough to counter them. The idea is normally you have the Raiders from the mid game that were good for control. You ensnare, you focus them with the Wyvern, the Destroyers go down. Suddenly Mirror Images are great. But it all didn't happen that way. And it didn't happen that way because Happy countered this strat perfect. Maybe this is not the perfect map for this strategy though. Imagine, for example, Tidehunters. There the camp is so easy. You can take it early on. There's not really any real interruption. That's dangerous. I love this strat, man. When I saw it first working, it was so brilliant. But I'm not exactly sure this is the right map for it.
We have maybe one last fight for Focus. Tier 2 Orc, no Shadow Hunter, no Mass Wyvern critical damage. I wonder... Once again, did the Raiders do anything? I don't think so. Would have Wyvern into Bats be better?
Yeah, I guess that's kind of the second time in a row that the Raiders don't do anything. But the Raiders could have done a lot if Happy had overstayed, if Happy still tried to, you know, bring down the expansion with the early ghoul attack. That was their purpose. That was their main purpose, to give him map control to make sure the Expo comes up. But it was just a little bit too late.
What's the recovery now? Any possibilities here? Happy is scouting with the ghoul, so this will not even expire. Whenever Focus is trying to expand once again, he'll see it right away. Or it's on the back of the turtle, where it's really punishable from left, right. So many ways, so many avenues to go for that. Number of Wyvern ramping up. We go for the classic Wyvern Bat army just 5 minutes later than usual.
Yeah, and one whole tech lower as well. Tier 2 only. No Tier 3, no Envenom Spears, no Orb. Should make this fight very, very easy for Happy.
Yeah, I think with... Oh my god, again the Nova. No split Wyvern, nothing. Hail Mary on the Lich, but there is, of course, a coil ready. Feel especially with the mirror image, you gotta have bats ready, otherwise Happy just has the counter. TP is available as well. First bat of the game, 11 minutes 45, so late. The damage output is good, but it's all glass cannon. Blade Master about to die, back comes in, but the armor upgrades are finishing almost perfectly. I don't think there's any chance for steals for Focus.
They barely surviving. He's got some potions here. Heal pot as well, but the lack of healing is evident. And the Death Knight, of course, one of the best healers in the game. Gets a level 4 here. More Wyvern kills. Easy pickoffs. Make it a little dunk from long range. Takes out another. GG. And a 2-0.
Happy is 8-0 in this tournament. Just want to put this out there, that nobody really got close to beating him. What's the play now? Is it mirror image once again? Kinda unlikely, not having grunt support. You kinda want to creep, and with grunts you can creep with the Blade Master solo. Couple of snipes might be possible, but I think Focus had some good last hits, even though we all know how tough it is against Happy, who has the perfect creep available always. This looked pretty good on Hammerfall, and I think he can just go into that direction.
We also saw some fast expansions sometimes by him, but this time of no interest in this series. Excuse me, it seems. Blade Master. Ooh. Did Focus study the replays? This was the map, right? Where he went for the expansion. Top left. Is the Blade gonna check for it? Goes for the circlet. And yeah, he's afraid. He's worried. There might be an expansion there. But no, there isn't. So it's a bit of waste of time.
It is, and with that, he's a bit late to the party. No expansion here by Happy this time. That was an anti-Soin solution. He sees the tech, good information. And when we are most desperate, as an orc, we turn dirty. Don't shower for 2 maps straight. Go for the economy. We have a backup Acolyte, so a kill here isn't that bad. But look at Happy. Oh, look at Happy. Can't prevent it, but again, time stolen.
Yeah, if Happy saved that Acolyte, that would have been kind of sick. Maybe the base build here not perfect. He didn't properly wall off the back of the base, so this is going to cost him maybe 100 gold, as that reserve Acolyte is a little bit late, but full mining will be realistic.
Nice line of sign dodge by Focus there. Arm was already in the air for the coil. He is revealed though, doesn't make it easier. Happy gets the claw as a reward. Of course, always the damage items as he gets the mana items. There it is. Windwalk is ready though.
I love how sometimes for Happy it's like a rhetorical question. Is he gonna get this surround, I wonder? And for most people in the world, it would be a genuine question. For Happy, it's just a statement.
Dude, I remember how I poked out when I got my first surround after like 150 attempts. For Happy, it's just, it's probably the worst day of the year when the surround doesn't land.
Yeah, so far there haven't been any clear errors in Happy's play yet. He is continuing to look amazing in this tournament. As you mentioned, still unbeaten. And what's he doing now? He knows he has full map control. Orc has no units yet. How about I steal some claw camps away from you right there?
Yep, smart counterplay. You only get the rewards that you creep for if you don't allow any creeps. That's also been the solution against Soin. Everybody knows by now. Shadowhunter Blademaster creeping, stealing the big camps away is what allows a power spike for orcs in the mid game. If you contest that with a lot of ghouls, well, then the orc stands there with 1-1 and an empty inventory, and that's not scary at all.
Yeah, I wonder if this was the plan for Happy all along, or if he's doing it because the blade is so low on mana. If there's more mana, he can try to go for steals. Last hits are difficult to land. But honestly, if you're in Windwalk, it's like a 50-50% chance that you get that item anyways. And that also is valuable. But the blade used so much mana up in the north, trying to kill the Acolyte, which he got. But then, there wasn't much anymore to do to, you know, contest the creeps.
Right on. Happy again with his somewhat signature late graveyard. This time there's second hero first, so Lich will be queued. Shadowhunter already out. Very dominant map for Happy once again. Blademaster needs some heal self attention. We are going for the ghouls now. Scary situation. Coil locked and loaded. And no dust though. So Blademaster has to run away. Well, what's the Shadowhunter gonna do alone now?
For a Hex last hit somehow. Blade though is hurt. Again, there's no Windwalk. The DK is so close to that dangerous level up.
That's brilliant, man. And this is pretty much exactly what I said at Turtle Rock, right? When the DK was harassing, you gotta chip HP away. Happy is doing that perfectly. Always with the ghoul, always with the skeleton, always 1, 2, 3 hits. Oh my god. And that's why the Blademaster is so low, and that's why he has to disengage from the camp, and that's why Happy got close to level 3. Gloves, circlet, double claw. That Lich is gonna be one happy mofo.
Yeah, huge experience lead as we have come to expect. I think Focus here salvaged the situation fairly well. He stopped the experience gathering from the big creep, so that's no level 3 yet. He also killed one ghoul. I mean, you know, it's not the most amazing, incredible thing ever, but it could have been worse, I guess, is what I'm saying.
It could have been worse. Yeah, that is correct. That is a solid foundation. If this was game 1, I would say, okay, solid, Focus, solid. You got some time to unfold now. But this game 3, this tournament life on the line, and there's no momentum going Focus's way. He needs some moment of brilliance, some claws +8, something that gives him hope.
He's reaching tier 3. Big upgrades will be available right here. Envenom Spears and a bit of lightning. He's a bit broke right now. Sells the wand. That helps. But man, Focus, you need some levels. Pretty bad.
But where do you go now? The DK is covering the middle for the lab. I mean, the mercenary camp is gone. Okay. Always damage. Always super efficient. Let the mana regen do its job. We got Nova now. Again, Wyvern all in one group. Always clumped up. And that Lich is like, he's getting double damage like right off the bat.
Yeah, that is incredible items. Happy's gonna pick up more here as well. Slipper's gonna be good for the Dark Ranger, which seems to be the go-to right now. And Happy's tier 3 is about to be done.
Ooh, Dark Ranger slippers, as you say. Now the first slippers for Focus. Finally! That took a long time, I have to say. What now? Bats, Warmill, Envenomed Spears. Very classic, but it feels like watching the game of Happy vs. Soin and watching the game of Happy here. He has unlocked a new level of efficiency, man. It's crazy. The amount of creeping he gets done. All the ghouls at like 10 HP, then rotated back into the base. The contests, the 2 units chipped onto the Blade Masters. Like everything is perfectly clicking together.
More experience claimed from the middle. Not a great item here. The Rune Bracers, though, will be sold for a good amount of money. Now that we have the Wyvern out, creep speed indeed is high. So that's good for Focus now, but he's late to the party. Took him a lot of minutes to really start creeping in earnest.
If he gets the red spot and a big item, that might be a game changer. Happy smells blood in the water, though, or whatever this golem has in him. Imagine
what is this
a guard
movement
steal.
and scouting by Happy?
It's perfect, right?
How is he always in the perfect spot?
Well, he's happy. I can tell you that. He is getting better and better and better. Cloak of Flames, not a good item at all. Super. What the hell? Did you see that coil? That was ridiculous. Max range across the screen. I had to scroll. But that DK, what a sniper.
Yeah, just beauty here again by Happy. He finds the creep jack, gets the 2 bats, saves the Bat Rider, forces the speed scroll. In the end, still the item goes to the blade, Cloak of Flames. Okay, well, it's not good against air units. Might be good against ground units. And he's going for the first time for a TC 3rd. Triple hero, hoping to save the late game for him.
He got the perfect read again, eh? Either he goes into the base or he comes in with the creep jack. Only 50. Triple claw for the Lich. These Wyvern, man, they can be so strong, but they are the glass cannons. The bat is coming in, gets nuked right away. No chance this thing will not be targeted when it flies in. Now we got the TC, but we don't have reinforced defenses. Another bat down. Stomp. This is just desperate by Focus.
That's a great Bat Rider, though. Double kill here against the Gargoyle. That was the low HP bat, if I saw that right. But the Blade is in trouble. Getting barely healed there. Back to decent HP, but doesn't have an Invul Potion. Taking these fights without Invul is really hard. Trying to regroup with 3 Wyvern and 1 Bat. Is that enough to stop Happy?
Reinforced defense is up now. Harder to crack these burrows. But no spikes. The ghouls are not suffering while attacking. That is a lot of structural damage. One more engagement Focus. Anji, this is not the time to hit the vape and leave the game.
Tense moment here for sure on map 3. Happy has the edge here. He got more kills. He's slightly up in supply. But he's low on mana now on the DK. There's no statue that I can see at the moment. Couple of good backstabs and crits. Maybe there's a way here for Focus.
Okay, Mr. Remo Demo still has hope. I quote Starbuck, disgusting. And I think he's talking about the level of play by Happy here. So good. So good. Anji out. Is Focus going to be out of that winner bracket as well? It's time for... Oh,
the dots are coming.
When are
the dots are coming.
When are the... No dots yet. Oh. Oh!
Hey, there they are.
That's a lot of dots. Ooh.
Oh, where's Saul 8-man? How many dots is that? That's quite a few.
Someone count. Someone count. Someone count.
Okay, a little bit of a interruption here on the concentration. Happy's falling back, waiting for a statue. Important piece for the recovery. Focus still alive in this game, and he has the best triple hero in the game. Just need to get more levels and items, and then maybe there's a way.
Remo, if we can make another Rara work, shall we gift Happy like a polka outfit?
I don't get it.
There's lots of dots on polka outfits.
Ah, okay, I didn't know that. Well, in that case, yeah, that makes a lot of sense.
I think that would be hilarious. 19 dots. That's crazy. That's number 2 in the dot ranking.
Happy, by the way, also again in range for the next red camp creep jack. Picks up the item first, gets level 3 Lich, who has crazy items, just worth mentioning. And the timing is... oh, maybe not perfect this time. TC blocked in front. Focus actually getting away with something here for once.
Body blocks, man. 2026, year of body blocks. We got Hood of Cunning, It's not perfect for any hero, right? Every hero can work with that a little bit. Thank you, Sharky, for the sub. Pork indeed. 50 food, around 50 food for both. Scroll of the Beast. No Dispel on focus, of course, with an army like this. But I like the Kodo a lot more than the early Raider. Tri-Hero, we'll see how that goes. I don't like that he doesn't have crit level 2, but at least wasn't a big issue getting the Shadow Hunter to 3. Focus, I'm not saying Focus is cooking, okay? But I'm saying this is the first dish that's like at least lukewarm.
And the Blade Master here, what is that? He's got like plus 23, plus 24 with the Kodo or something. Tell you what, that's a lot better than plus 10. If he gets level 4, there might be something doable here. Happy knows he is stronger right now. He's controlling the map. He has command. How is he gonna play around that? He could try to go for an expansion. That is one example. But in that case, orcs oftentimes go for a counter expansion. Maybe the best thing is just creep up the map, get stronger as much as you can. That seems to be the idea right now.
There's not too much left though, eh? Happy again, like the dots everywhere. He got Watcher Wards here, he got a skeleton there, he got Watcher Wards there, checking for expansions at all times. These Watcher Wards last forever. So focus will not surprise him economically.
Autumn leaves, by the way. Wait. No time to talk about that. We're going to go into the fight right here, right now. Blade Master shows himself. Almost gets a kill right away. 126 crit. Not the most impressive. And I think you got the right idea there. I think that Windwalk level 2 might have been a mistake.
Focus right now is like a microwave meal, you know, where the edges are steaming hot, but the middle is still cold, and you don't really know what to do with it right now. Should I eat it already? Should I not? Should I just put it in the microwave once again? Should I stir it up a little bit? Focus has some very, very important decisions to do.
Banking a lot of gold, by the way. Using a dust as well. Expecting a shade. Happy this game. Surprisingly not going for one. He was quite fond of those recently. Tell you what though, if Focus can save up like 1500 gold, not fall too far behind, and then get up to 70 supply, I think that could be a territory where he might be favored.
Oh, I just see... Wait! Oh, there was frost armor on the Gargs. I just wanted to compliment that, but there was Dispel by the creeps. But the air army is far, far, far away. Can't really capitalize on that. It was only one bat anyway. Pendant of Energy, packed inventory by Happy once again. Items everywhere, consumables everywhere. We stay at 50 on Focus. And you are right, man. The upkeep is working against Happy right now.
How long is Focus going to be patient? When's he going to feel the panic setting in? The need to build. The need for speed. In the case of the speed scroll, perhaps. He's falling back into the main base. There are no creeps left to be taken. Nothing left to fight for. And Focus is still patient.
Yeah, Happy got 0-3 upgrades again. This seems to be a bit of a trend today. Yeah, okay, now he knows there's a Watcher Ward. Well, he might suspect a Shade, actually, because he can't see the Watcher Ward either. Garg's coming, and Happy is playing exactly like Hammerfall, expanding.
And he's doing it while he's pushing, so he's forcing the blade back. No easy opportunity for the blade to get the cancel across the map. Focus trying to spend the money, but much of that is still in the bank account. It takes a while.
Going over on the bat, but that doesn't matter too much. Oh, it goes into bat still. This is not the way, man. Bats are so inefficient now.
Yeah, 3 armor upgrades, they're going to be helping immensely. Unless all the Gargs and Destroyers stack up. Then the AoE can still be really nice.
You still have to connect
Focus.
like, what, 6 Gargs?
Ah, and he's not very fast with the bats here.
Nope.
There was a window there to connect with it. Focus is clearly trying to draw Happy into the burrows, into a weird spot, into a massive stomp. But Happy's nicely staying at range. He's got no rush.
Okay, let's see then. When are we committing with the air? We don't have to, man. You don't want to fight under the burrows. It's piercing damage. It's great against both of the air units here. Piercing damage always good against air, that is. But yeah, he's absorbing it with the heroes. Smart positioning. I would almost say perfect positioning. Happy gives Focus no opening at all.
Yeah, this number of bats are not enough to deal with the gargoyles, because 3 bats were just coiled over from range. Happy has the eye of a sniper here. Gonna take out a peon as well. All this burrow attention and repair costs quite a bit of lumber. But that's not really a problem for Focus. He has plenty of lumber. And he has now spent almost all of his gold.
Jerizo, thank you for the sub. Moin!
Get the expansion up. Happy's got the win condition standing. Not sure if the Blade Master saw this exactly.
He has an idea, eh? But it's only level 1 critical strike. This is not enough. I don't think he has enough damage. You gotta brute force this army with high level crits and with lots of bad damage. But we have 3 armor upgrades and illusions as well again. This is 12 armor bats, Rebo!
Oh, the splits! Oh, Happy with the splits there on the Gargs now, punching them up again, but the Gargs are still alive. The Bats trying to get the targets. Happy right now out microing the opponent.
And again, the bats against the illusion, just like in Yumiko Arena. Happy played him versus Lyn. This is now a hunt against the Wyvern. Full air superiority for Happy. The Dark Ranger maneuver to the side as well. Gets the coil, of course, perfectly. One of the last Wyvern about to fall here. These bats are not the answer. Hail Mary on the Lich doesn't work. Shadow Hunter, nuke with the potion. While he wasn't the animation for the heal wave. There is a player that's superior today, and that's Happy going 9-0 in B Cup 22.
Especially map 1. I think Focus there would have beaten almost any undead out there. But I think you're exactly right. Happy is just too sick today. So far, too crazy in this tournament. There is nobody yet who puts a real challenge to him. Happy's in the upper bracket final. That's top 3 guaranteed. And by the end, looking to finish in the grand final.